first piece tells us that Star Split a Fanfare is a spirited and powerful work that is inspired by the phenomenon known as a supernova. These stellar explosions can be extremely bright and can cause a burst of radiation that outshines an entire galaxy for a few weeks or months before fading. In addition, they can radiate as much energy as the sun would over its entire lifespan. It is estimated that these supernovae occur approximately once every 50 years in a galaxy the size of the Milky Way. In addition to the amazing explosions, the resulting shock waves can trigger the formations of new stars. The amazing concept that such an incredible explosion can cause new formations in the sky underscores the energy of this entire work. We hope you enjoy our first piece.
Dark and sinister are not words normally associated with music for beginning bands. However, this Paul Lavender original provides powerful and dramatic sounds for young performers. We hope you enjoy Dragonfire.
here at the winter concert, the growth of these kids since the December concert is they have worked so hard, and I am so proud of all that they have accomplished. They sound like a completely different band. These are the same children. They've just worked really hard since the December concert to expand their musicianship, and it really shows in the first two pieces, and I'm excited for you to hear the third one as well. I want to recognize some people from my school. I know my principal, Mr. Jackson. Yes, sir. I want to thank you for all of your support with the band program this year, as well as all the rest of our administrators at Holtville Middle. We couldn't do this if y'all didn't allow us to see the kids the way that we do, so we greatly appreciate your support of the program. I'd also like to thank Shoal Creek year after year for letting us have our concert in this wonderful facility. Most of our fellow band directors in the county have no other option other than to have their concerts in the gym. So this is so nice. Shoal Creek, we say it to you every year and every concert, but thank you so very much. We are very appreciative of the relationship that we have formed over the last several years with the band and the church, so thank you. I want to say thank you to all of our parents. We also could not do this without you encouraging the students when they get home. They may not always want to practice. I know you're encouraging because we wouldn't have the growth that we've had with this group or the group that you're going to hear later. So thank you for your support. Thank you for encouraging your kids. I'm going to turn it over to Sophia to introduce our final piece.
Our final piece is a lighthearted beginning band competition inspired by the idea of a factory where donuts travel a conveyor belt and get shaped, glazed, iced, and sprinkled. It features a fun bass line for the low brass in which the trombones play a glissando. Various auxiliary percussion instruments are used throughout to depict the various stages of the donut making process. We hope you enjoy our final piece, Donut Factory.
Our first selection is an instantly recognizable tune from the classic films Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and featured in 2023 movie Wonka.
This iconic and humorous song is an earworm. You know those songs that somehow get stuck playing over and over in your head? We're excited to present Oompa Loompa.
Is a self-proclaimed lifelong gamer. He says he has logged more hours with a controller in hand than he cares to admit across Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, Xbox, and yes, even the elusive TurboGrafx 16. With Pixels, he wanted to channel the spirit of those classic 8-bit and 16-bit soundtracks that defined so much of his childhood. The bleeps, the bloops, the heroic themes as you battle pixelated villains and save princesses or galaxies or whatever need to say in that day. This is his love letter to all of you. We hope you enjoy Pixels.
Okay, I would like to recognize a few students for their extra outside stuff that they've done this year. We had some students that auditioned in November and were selected to participate in the 2026 Elmore County Honor Band. In January, these students spent Friday evening, all day Saturday, practicing challenging music for the guest conductor. And then they put on a great concert that Saturday evening. Each student was awarded a medal as recognition. Would these students please stand? Sorry, I'm a little out of breath right now. The Southeast United States Middle School Honor Band, also known as SUS, is a prestigious musical ensemble comprised of top-performing middle school musicians from across the Southeast. It's held each year in late November at Troy University. Starting with chair auditions on Thursday morning, followed by an intensive rehearsal late into the evening, more rehearsals the next morning and afternoon, and culminating in a final impressive concert on Friday evening. This year, we had 3 of our students earn the first chair in their sections, which basically means they were the best ones on that instrument out of all of the people that auditioned for those chair placements. All of the rest of our students that attended all scored in the top third of their respective sections. Each student was awarded a medal as recognition. Will these students please stand? Several more, but they're all they're in the 8th grade, so they're in Mr. Hickman's group. So that's why you only saw a few. We took, I think, around 11 with that group. Okay. Each year, 6th and 7th grade students are invited to participate in the District 6 solo and ensemble event. These students had to select and prepare a solo or an ensemble for performance that was then judged and scored. 5 of our students performed solos, all 5 earned superior medals, which is the highest rating that you can achieve. Will these students please stand? We have a professional in the back who's raising his hand because they're already standing. This past March, students from our band, the band that you see behind me, traveled to Universal Studios to participate in a sound design workshop. We went into the back lot of Universal Studios to the same soundstage that once housed Nickelodeon Studios, where shows like Double Dare, Clarissa Explains It All, and All That were recorded. Our students were able to experience life as working musicians. We were provided with a sound crew and a producer. The band performed an original underscore, recorded voiceovers, created Foley effects, and selected digital sound effects for an animated movie scene from Despicable Me. You're seeing pictures of us in that soundstage at Universal Studios. I'm excited to present to you the final movie clip that showcases our students' outstanding performance. You are the first ones, other than our students who were there in that room, to be able to see this.
wear off?
So far, no. No, they don't. And here, of course, is the new one that you ordered.
No. I said dart gun, not... okay.
Oh! Yes, because I was wondering, under what circumstances would we use this? But anyways, what I really wanted to show you was this.
Now those are cookie robots.
La 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 la, I love unicorns!
What are you doing here? I told you to stay in the kitchen.
We got bored. What is this place?
So when we walked into that soundstage, all we had was that animated clip. There was no sound, there were no sound effects. All of the music, all of the sound effects, all of the sound that you heard was all produced by these students. With the exception of, what's his name? Dr. Nefario, like the mad scientist, that was pre-recorded. But every other voice, every sound, and all of the music were produced by these students. And they did a wonderful job. I do want to point out that when we got in there, the producer that was over us could not say enough wonderful things about the students, about how well prepared for it they were. We only did 2 clips of the music, and I think they used the first one. So these guys did a wonderful job. I would like to invite Adrian to the stage to introduce our final piece.
Also in the genre of video game music, our final piece was composed by Jason Hayes and appears in the popular World of Warcraft, Taverns of Azeroth original soundtrack. Hayes has written music for many video games, including StarCraft, Diablo, and Warcraft. His specialty has been to write the musical score for short animated movies, which has earned him many awards, including the Game Audio Network Guild Award for Best Cinematic Cutscene Audio 2 years in a row. This arrangement based on the original version, but has been arranged to be accessible for younger bands. We hope you enjoy Lion's Pride.
hope you enjoyed our portion of the concert. My fellow students and I would like to say thank you to our band director and our parents for all of your support through our growth as musicians this year. Thank you all very much. We will now do a brief set change to turn the program over to the Holtville High School band program. Thank you again for coming to our concert.